Hi everyone, welcome back to the USS Salmon. Here we are on our weekly patrol voyage, and there is home base. You can see the land just coming up in the darkness there, the seagulls indicating we're close to land, and we're just coming into port in a short while. So what we'll do, we'll get the USS Salmon docked in, refueled, reloaded, get the crew off to get some R&R, and we'll report into head office to see what our new mission orders are. We'll obviously give the guys a little bit of time off to relax while the reloading and any sort of servicing of the boat is carried out. But I will see you on the other side. So, as we end the patrol, our objectives have been completed. 2 designated areas within the Bismarck Sea completed. Patrol for 5 days on both counts, which is all good. Tonnage sunk on this patrol. Merchant ships, we sunk 8. Warships, we sunk 2. Combined total tonnage of 51,721 tons, which is pretty good. So good, we've been awarded another decoration. This is to certify that the President of the United States has awarded the Silver Star to Captain Buck O'Hare, United States Navy, Commanding Officer, USS Salmon, on July 31st, 1943. Fantastic, the Silver Star. Shiny new submodels are consistently rolling off the assembly line as the war effort ratchets up. Due to your performance, you've been placed first in line to receive one of these newer models as they arrive at the base. You could, however, turn down if you prefer to continue your current model. To take advantage of the new submarine to continue? Okay, I know I got a lot of stick after we turned down the last sub, so okay, we'll leave USS Salmon in dock and we will receive a new command. You have been given command of a new submarine. Ooh, what is it? Let's find out. So here we are then, back in port on the 1st of August 1943. Let's find out what our new boat is all about. So we've got the USS Balleo. Yes, okay. What does the Balleo have over the USS Salmon? It better be good. It's got 6 forward-firing torpedo tubes and 4 aft-firing torpedo tubes. Nice. Okay. Well, first of all, let's docking some of these. Oh, we've got the Mark 18 torpedo and the Mark 23 torpedo. So these Mark 14s, they have been a little bit problematic. They are the problem child for sure. They detonate and explode every so often. We normally go fine with them, and then all of a sudden we have a really bad batch of them. They're just terrible. So although the Mark 14 was plagued by many problems, yes indeed, until mid-1943, it was the standard submarine torpedo. Okay, so we've got the Mark 18 as well. So the Westinghouse version of the British captured German G7E became one of the most successful torpedoes of the war. By 1944, it made up 30% of the torpedoes fired. By 1945, this increased to 65%. The tactical advantage of this torpedo was the lack of a wake. Ooh. About 1 million tons of Japanese shipping were sunk by the Mark 18 torpedo. We also have the Mark 23. This torpedo was developed to have but one high speed, identical in all other respects to the Mark 14 torpedo. Early in the war, the low-speed feature of the Mark 14 was rarely used. However, with fewer targets and improved Japanese anti-submarine warfare, the necessity to fire from longer range became clear. The Mark 14 torpedoes, with its low-speed capabilities, longer range became the preferred weapon. Much of the Mark 23 inventory was scrapped or converted to Mark 14s, while the other units were cannibalized for spare parts. Right, so first of all, let's get some cuties. We like the cuties. They've served us well in the past. That costs 100 pound. We got 7,000, so we're okay. So let's actually park some of these, and let's try. These are the weightless ones. Let's try a couple of those. And just for an experiment, I want to try them out. Let's try some of these Mark 23s. Nice. Let's put the 20mm twin on the front and a 40mm on the rear. 3-inch 50 cal stern mount deck gun. We get a 4-inch bow gun with a 20mm stern mount. We want to get that in there. 4-inch bow, yeah, with a 20mm stern mount deck gun. Yeah, okay, that sounds good. When it comes to radar, we got the SJ radar, which is all that's available. And the SD, we got the improved SD radar. Let's get that on board. Listening gear. Oh, hang on, we got the empty. What we got there? Oh, what's this? Radar countermeasure. Allied version of the radar warning receiver by late 44. Many boats were equipped with this. Well, let's get that on board then. Spends a bit of cash, but that's okay. Listening gear. We got the JP listening gear. And the WCA sonar gear. That seems to be all we can equip. Okay. That's as good as it gets by the looks of things. So, with the boat ready to go, let's have a look at the top skippers. Buck O'Hare leads the way with 390,000 tons. Wow, next up we got Dudley Morton with 93,000 tons. So we are top of the pops there. So with all that done, boat ready to go, the crew ready to go, let's find out our new mission orders. To Buck O'Hare, USS Ballio. You are to conduct anti-shipping operations in the designated area for at least 5 days. Non-continuous time. Sink 'em all. Keep an eye out for New Guinea reinforcement traffic across your patrol area, including reports that some may be hugging the New Guinea coast. Be mindful that the northern fourth of your patrol area does infringe upon Senpak waters. They know you are there, but still be mindful and on the lookout for friendly submarines in the area. There we go. So we are going to patrol this area, be aware of any friendlies, and see if we can sink any reinforcements of the Japanese forces heading to New Guinea. So, everyone, welcome on board the USS Ballio. You can see this massive 20mm gun here. Was that the 40mm gun with the deck gun back there? As we sail out, coming around the rear, we've got the twin 20mm anti-aircraft guns here, and we've also got a 20mm gun on the stern there. There is old our port, home port, leaving that for the moment, taking her out for sea trials, as it were. We're heading up to our patrol point to see if we can sink any enemy shipping. So yeah, it'd be an interesting one to see how we go. We've got a bit of sailing. It's not too far away, but it's still got a few days sailing to go. And we're probably going to sneak up through the tight waters around Rabaul, across the Bismarck Sea up to the patrol point. So yeah, a bit of sailing to go, and hopefully we might spot some enemy shipping on the way. So I'll bring you back when we do. Hi everyone, right, we are sailing through our patrol zone and we're coming past Rabaul, and we've just got contact on the radar. Look, two ships. Lead ship here, second ship there. The lead ship is quite a large merchant vessel. Probably has a deck gun on, although we're too far away to tell at the moment. So we're going to try and work out an intercept point and submerge the boat and get to that point so we can attack the lead ship and have a good look at the second one. If they don't have deck guns, we will surface the boat and sink them with a deck gun. But I suspect a ship that size probably does. So we'll play it safe and see if we can get our first kills of this patrol. Hi everyone. Right. Slightly weird. We've dived to periscope depth and those two contacts have completely disappeared. Now I not mean we've temporarily lost sight of them. We were tracking them. We just calculated their speed and they've disappeared. I mean, completely disappeared. Oh, sun's coming up there. That is so bizarre. Where have they gone? Have they suddenly oh no, there it is. Look. No, that was actually a mark on the... I thought we had it then, but no. It was just a mark on the actual lens of the periscope. How bizarre. How bizarre. We had them in visual range. They disappeared. Okay, let's surface the boat and see if we can track them from there with the radar.
Yes, sir.
Well, I don't know what to tell you. Those ships just plain disappeared. Right within visual range. Let's just call it some sort of weird voodoo stuff going on. But anyway, we decided to give that one up because we searched for a bit, but there's no trace of them whatsoever. So, we're going to continue now across the Bismarck Sea to our patrol point and see if we can start patrolling there for 5 days and see if we can sink any enemy vessels within that target zone. Hi everyone, welcome back. Right, we've picked up a target, so we have dropped down to periscope depth. We are in our patrol zone now. This is where we expect to see some ships hugging the coastline. So far, we've got the... Ah, there she is. I see you. Right, we've got a merchant ship. Definitely appears to have front and aft deck guns. So we definitely a torpedo attack for this one. What is she? I can't quite tell from this angle. It's a bit of a tricky one, but I'll go through the recon manual, see if I can get something close to her. Okay, we're going to go probably with the modern Hansa freighter. Because you've got the funnel touching the bridge like that. I can't see any others like that. So that's what I think it is. So from there we can determine that its tonnage is going to be about 7,500 tons. If you get it, you can do a top speed of 19 knots and its draft is 28.9 feet. Mast height 108.9. That's good. So with that locked on, we can now do the range. As we've identified it, we should get a more accurate picture of events. Right, let's keep tracking this. Okay, as she goes past the moon, let's have a look at what we've got. So, in the front tubes, we've got a Mark 18 in 1s and 2. We've got Mark 14s in 3 and 4, and in 5 and 6 we have the Mark 23. The Mark 18 has slightly less torpex. There's an explosive within the warhead, sorry. So what we might do is use tubes 5 and 6 to commence this attack, and let's trial these Mark 23 torpedoes. So, let's get tube 6 open, and we'll also get tube 3 open with the normal torpedoes, just in case we need it. Right, tube 6. Fire.
Torpedo in the water.
Torpedo impact.
Torpedo in the water.
Okay, 2 torpedoes fired, 2 good hits, both on the well, the sort of the forward part of the deck, just in front of the bridge there. Fires are blazing, and she's definitely a little bit lower at the bow. The stern is a little bit higher than it is normal. Good news is the front and aft deck guns have not been pointed in our direction, so they still have no idea. And in fact, she looks like she is sinking quickly. The bow is going down. So we'll give them a bit of time, and hopefully this ship will be our first kill on this patrol. Nothing reported yet. Okay, it would appear that that boat has turned away from us, hasn't sunk, but in its attempt to get away from us has actually stopped and is pretty much dead in the water. She's not gone yet. Okay, a bit more time has passed and we're coming up alongside now. Deck guns are still very much dangerous, and you can see on the anti-aircraft guns they've still got crew manning them, so we don't want to be servicing the boat anytime soon. In fact, I'm going to bring the periscope down a touch. It seems that the engines have been knocked out, so what I might do is sail away from it and put an aft torpedo into the side of her, and hopefully 3 torpedoes should be enough to sink her. She's been a bit of a tough ship. 2 usually is enough, but for this one 3 is required. Okay, so tube 9 we fired. Unfortunately, she's slowing down. It went in front of her. We've just fired the QT torpedo, the homing torpedo. Smaller warhead, but that should be enough to try and hit the stricken ship. She's not fully stricken, and get her hopefully sinking. We shall see. So, tube 10, the QT torpedo has struck home. Got a little fire going on the aft, or in aft midships, but we'll see if that's going to be enough to get this boat sinking. 3 torpedo hits, 4th torpedo fired just streaked ahead. So fingers crossed, she's not long for this world. Boom, there she goes. And she starts to slowly sink beneath the waves. Good stuff, good stuff. 3 torpedoes though. 3 torpedoes and boom, there she goes. Got something explosive on board. Thankfully, it's going to be deprived from the hands of the Japanese forces. That ship sleeps beneath the waves. So that was a modern Hansa freighter for 7,646 tons, which is what we thought it was. So that's good. Definitely got something punchy and explosive on board. Right, first ship gone. We can surface the boat, and we'll head back onto our patrol route and continue our 5 days of patrol in this area. Hi everyone, right, we are sailing on our patrol zone and we've got ships ahead. We've got three vessels in fact. I don't see a deck gun on them. Is it worth having a couple of pop shots from distance? I don't know. Or actually that ship might have a deck gun on the front. This is, I thought that might be a deck gun, but it actually looks bigger than that. It looks like sort of a boxed in area, and that was too far away. We're closing anyway. If they don't have deck guns, we'll certainly go to town with our deck gun. And if they do, then we'll buy the periscope depth and see if we can set up a quick ambush. Okay, high explosives loaded. Let's go. I think we're looking at about 6,500. So we'll go 6,500. Fire. See if that's anywhere close. Oh, I think we got a hit. We'll go again for the bow of the ship. See if we can get a hit there. Unknown is the answer. So we'll go back for the more funnel and bridge area, which has got quite a large range, which we're actually hitting the targets here, which is good. No fire coming back our way, which is also very good. Maybe we're out of their range. Waves going over us, which is impeding our vision to see if we hit or not. Looks like we're good range-wise. Okay, that ship's sailing away from us now. What if we get the larger sort of broadside silhouette of the ship behind her? We seem to be missing that one, so let's just continue trying to hit this, and maybe we'll hit both of them. Maybe they'll run into each other. That would be amazing, wouldn't it? I think we're firing over. Let's bring that back a bit. Strike. Strike. Okay, we've got the range of the ship going well crossing the T basically, and well, we're struggling a little bit. The larger ship is getting away. Oh, she's got a red distress flare up. Okay, red distress flare's gone up. She hasn't sunk, so we'll continue firing. But we might be able to get this one before we hit the larger ones we've already been hitting. I'm not sure where that went. Can we? Not sure if it's going short or beyond the target. We should be able to see if it's going short. Okay, so I think it's going long. With the boat jumping up and down, it's not always easy to tell. There we go. We found our range again. Another red distress flare being sent up. Right, another red distress flare going up. We switched to armor piercing for the moment to try and punch some holes in their hull. We seem to be sort of crashing onto the deck with our shots at the moment. So we're going to try and get some armor piercing straight through the side of their hull. And with a bit of luck, that should induce higher rates of flooding and get this ship sinking quickly. Didn't see where that went. Oh, and there she goes. I think that's still going. Oh, wave just goes off at the wrong time. Boom. Yes, it's a large split freighter for 6,697 tons. Oh, finally. Right, we can swing the gun back, and here's the one we were firing at. 5,000 yards, is that still roughly the same? No, that's short. Let's go up a little bit. Try and land these shells on the stern. Try and knock out propellers. Any kind of propulsion criticals. That's also short. Right, 5.5. Hits. Okay, we've been closing in on these. I'm hoping we can get a lot better accuracy by getting close. 2,500, let's see if we can hit the stern. We're hitting, I can't quite see where it's going. Slow down, we've charged in as quick as we can. And now that we're amongst them, we can take our time a bit. Still got the armor piercing shells loaded. Let's get that right down to the waterline if we can. Nice, that's what that is on the waterline. Good, I think this one is in trouble. This is a small, no, it could be a troop ship, couldn't it? Oh, that's beautiful, that's right on the waterline where the propellers would have been. Again on the waterline. Seems to be a pretty tough little ship this, or quite a big ship, but come on, we need a bit of luck. Let's get some fires going. There's a fire wanting to start. Ah, there goes a distress flare. Now there's fires starting. Hello. Life raft, she's gone. Right, 2 down. What was that? It is a troop ship, modern class, 8,956 tons. Cool. Which leaves us one more ship in this group. And there she is. She's probably about 2,500, do you reckon? Wow. Watch the trajectory of the bang on target. Boom. Smaller ship, not quite sure what this is. What's gone over? So we've got 62 high explosive shells left. Let's continue to blat away and see if we can finish this third and final ship off. Oh, distress flare going up already. That's a good sign. Not quite sure what this is actually. It's a really difficult angle to see. So we'll just keep hitting it. We know it's an enemy vessel, so it's all good. Fair game and all that. Try and hit the front of the ship. Boom. Big explosion. Not sure if that's her gone. No, not yet. Second red distress flare. Now the fires are starting. She's starting to look like she's in trouble. Continue to fire and continue the barrage. Oh, there goes a spinning life raft by the looks of it. Can't be far along now. Down to 50 high explosive shells. Worth it if we can get the tonnage though. We'll drop the range down a bit more. Good hits. Fires breaking out, something explosion going over the side. Can't be long now. She can't have much left for this world. Good hits. Need to hit something flammable again. I thought when we saw the explosion she was gone. Oh, that's just missed. She looks very low to the water, so she's either full or she's sinking. Come on. Start to sink now. There goes another life raft. Oh, that looks more serious. Oh, and there we go. Confirmation. A medium split freighter for 4,059 tons. Sunk. Right. Good stuff. Stow the deck gun. We are done for the moment. As those guys sort out the deck gun, let's come off battle stations.
Secure from battle station.
And there she goes, sinking beneath the waves. Not a bad start to our patrol with our new command, USS Bellio. There she goes. So yeah, we're going to continue here. We've got another couple of days patrolling this region. It's proving quite profitable at the moment, so we'll certainly continue here until we're probably out of ordnance or we get directed to another patrol zone to stalk for a while. But for now we're going to leave it that. So, the end of our career on USS Salmon. The USS Bellio is the way we go forward. I'm sure she'll serve us just as well as the Salmon, and I hope the Salmon keeps her new crew just as safe. But for now, we're going to leave it there. Thank you so much for watching. We'll pick this up again next time. I'll see you then. Bye bye.